Good morning. Today I'm going to be going over basic session design, a couple of principles that go along with how we organize practices. Two things that are kind of most important when we think of session design. First, overall structure, whether you have 4v4, 7v7, 9v9, or even 11v11. Basic structure practice wants to look something like play, practice, play. This structure has been something that is used in a lot of places. English FA promotes play, practice, play, and USSF as well has adopted the play, practice, play methodology. And with this structure, we're going to be thinking like 40, 20, 40. So your session is organized around if you have an hour-long practice, 25 minutes play, 10 minutes practice, 25 minutes play. If you have a 90-minute session, 35, 20, 35. But basically, the overall session structure wants to look something like a play, practice, play model. Within that play, practice, play model, you want to have each of your activities, whether it's play or practice, to have as much representation as possible. What that means is within the game, there's some core pieces that for a practice activity to transfer into the game, you want to include these elements. First element you want to include is direction and dimension. Within the game, there's always a direction we're attacking, a direction we're defending, and there's always a dimension within which we play. There's always a touch line, there's always end lines. There's always a dimension and direction that we face and we defend. In addition, there's always opposition. When we attack, there's defenders that we have to get around, or we have to go through, or we have to go over. Similarly, whenever we're playing, we have to defend. We have to protect from going around, going through, or going over. Difference. Within the game, every situation is going to be a little bit different. Although there's similarities, opposition is different. The environment is different. It might be a different kind of day, might be a different formation against which we're playing. There's always going to be a little bit different. So can we incorporate that into our practices? And finally, decisions. When we think about the game, we want to think about the game as, are we encouraging players to be problem solvers? Because every situation we face, there's going to be multiple potential options from which to decide. And so can we put into the player's hands the ability to make those decisions? And when we attack, we can go over, around, and through. Sometimes there's going to be better options, sometimes there's going to be worse options, but players have to be the ones who make those decisions. Can we make sure our activities incorporate that? So overall session design, first, structure, play, practice, play, 40, 20, 40. And every activity, can we incorporate as much direction, dimension, opposition, difference, and decision making? Overall session design.